Live from the Texas Cheerlicker Studios. It's in the building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
I was wondering what that was out there. I was like, wait a minute, what is this? Because I saw it on the table, but I didn't think it was yours. I thought it was someone at the bar.
This is mine, but not for long.
Who are you giving it to?
Show you the rest of it. You got there. Can you see that on camera, Jose? Does that look pretty good? How's that?
Yo, that's dope.
That's nice, huh?
That's Wimby up top. That's Pop. That's Castle. That's Sohan. I don't know the three.
I think it's D Fox. That's how old this
D-Fox.
board is just made. Yeah, that's Fox.
Okay.
And I guess that's
Oh no, that's Vassell up there. That's Castle at the
that's
bottom.
Castle at the bottom. D Fox.
Is that Keldon?
Sohan. I guess that's supposed to be Keldon Johnson. Or this is Keldon.
And that's Fox.
This is Fox. Or Jerry Stackhouse. I can't tell.
Who made that?
Don't know, but I want to thanks to Jeff Slaughter, El Jefe, from Pub Sports Radio, who hosts us here in the Texas Cheerlicker Studios every day. Donated this to the show, and so this is really, really cool. He had a handful of them. I went ahead and bought one for my kid, actually. Hopefully, he doesn't watch the show because I want to surprise him when I go to Hawaii here in a few weeks. This one here, I'm going to give to a member. A paid member.
Paid member.
Yes, sir. And so what is today? If you're watching this thing live, it's Thursday?
Yes.
All right. Monday show, I'm going to randomly draw a member. I have a list of all of our members.
Okay.
And if you want this really awesome, fresh off the presses, updated with De'Aaron Fox Spurs skateboard, you can put wheels on it if you want or hang it up on your wall. It's yours, whatever you want to do. We're going to give it away to a lucky member on Monday. I'm going to pull the name.
I like it.
All right. So if you're not a member and you want this board, get your ass over to Love You Hard TV on YouTube and click join and become a member for just $6. Monday, we're giving away this thing here, and I'll promote it all week on my socials.
I love it.
Cool. Where's that? How you doing? How'd it go today?
Good, man.
I had to talk about it?
Yeah, I had. I won't go into detail what it was, but I had some Air Force work to do.
Air Force work.
As some people know, last year I shot a TV show with the Air Force called Base Bites. This wasn't about Base Bites. This is about some other stuff they needed promoted, and they needed a really cool video to chop up into pieces and do the whole social media thing with it. So they said, why not call that badass half of in the building to do it, since he already got us an award-winning TV show. Why not call that handsome fella and have him do it? So that little Air Force work to do this morning out at Lackland. So sorry about the late start. Tomorrow we will be back at our regular scheduled program at 10. So
shout out to
it was a good time.
Shout out to Lackland.
Yeah, shout out to Lackland. Good times out there.
Fine military bases here in Military City, USA.
Absolutely. And it's a graduation day. So shout out to all the parents in town seeing their son or daughter graduate from the United States Air Force.
Very cool.
Very cool scene. Packed. Tough to get into the gate, but cool scene to see all those parents there. Got to be proud of the little 18, 19-year-olds. 8-week boot camp. Haven't seen them in 2 months. Cool deal.
All right. So, again, not to pry.
Yeah, what's up?
Any idea when we might be able to see or hear
it
about what
it is?
It
should be mid to late April.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround.
Awesome.
A buddy of ours, mutual buddy of ours, shot it, so that was cool. The synergy,
Yeah, very good.
Mutual buddy of ours.
Awesome.
So it's like it's all coming together.
Yeah, that's right.
It's coming around.
For those that watch live, that's the reason why we're late today. And absolutely wanted to accommodate Rudy's schedule because Uncle Sam called again. So we support America. Certainly the enlistees and the enlisted men and women of the armed forces of these United States. We didn't want Rudy to not do his.
Appreciate y'all's patience.
Probably made more money today than he will make in 3 months working on this podcast. So had to make way for Rudy's schedule. Matt Bernard, that skateboard is just like the real Spurs. The wheels have fallen off.
Wow. That is such a smart ass.
That's right.
He always starting with his ball-headed ass.
Won't be topped between now and the end of the show. That's going to be that's the statement of the day. Shit, I ought to give it to him.
He is a member.
No. Fairly and squarely. We'll pull it Monday. So if you're not a member, become Remember, if you want the wheels off spur skateboard, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, welcome in here. It is indeed in the building, live from the Pub Sports Radio in Southtown here at the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios. It is Thursday. You can jump into the super chat with jerks like Matt and everybody else to jump on there. You can hook us up with a nice tip if you want to in the super chat. You can
Tip,
also
baby,
buy
tip.
us a coffee if you want to do that too. Please do that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for free. We do offer memberships where you get the exclusive stuff that we do just for members. That's only $6 a month, the cost of a cup of coffee. Watch us on Anthem TV. The app is absolutely free on Anthem TV. Listen to us daily on Spotify, and Apple is part of the Believe Podcast Network.
This is
We're doing a lot.
these last 2 days have been rough because I'm the type of guy that I like to get everything done in the morning, whether it be workout,
Same.
errands. So when we have to do the 2 yesterday, we did 3.
Same.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm a morning guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's because we did mornings for so
Mhm.
long, or I just on a task level. Once 12 o'clock hits, I want to be done with my life.
Yep. I'm also not a late night guy because I'm a morning guy. I'm on the brink of putting Jose's texts on silent.
Bro,
What
yeah,
time was that last night, dude?
I'm gonna find it. I'll find it, Jose. You
Speaking
pay
of, it
attention to
is the
show.
audio disseminator, Jose Buki.
That was sent at what time was it?
It was after midnight.
It was no, it was
Had to have been.
it was 12 a.m. on the dot.
Thank you. All right.
Dude, I told you, bro. I'm tired of having to explain to I'm tired of having to show her my phone because it's going off at midnight. I'm like, Jose, look, here's the Jackie Robinson bag.
Yeah.
And she just goes back to sleep.
I look up Jackie Robinson.
So I was like, look, man, it's Jose. He's a crazy little kid. I'm Jackie Robinson tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we go back to bed. Yeah, I might have to put my shit on silent.
I think
One time, the worst was 1. I think he did one at like
he did.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
I've done like one at like 3 a.m. before.
So
That one I
I
slept through.
do keep a lot of people in my phone on silent just because my phone will ding 80 times a day. And it's an ass whip.
Yeah, especially if it's a group
okay.
chat.
I'm not mad at anybody.
No, I'm not
but
mad
yeah,
either.
those group chats get out of hand.
Uh-uh.
And especially when there's chicks involved and weird guys. Okay, fellas, you don't need to thumbs up me. I get it. I'm not going to get my butt hurt if you don't thumbs up something I say. Everything does not need to be tagged with a thumbs up or a heart or an exclamation point.
I'm big
You
on that.
texted it. I fucking see it. Don't be a dick.
I think you should respond.
But it adds to the dings, Rudy. That's why those chats are an ass whip.
Yeah.
So, but rather than bitch at my cousins or family members and
Just silence
upset
them.
them, I just put it on silence.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to silence Bouquet. He's our producer. We work with him every single day. But Jesus, dude, midnight text with an ass whip. Yeah. Am I Gil Hodges or am I Pee Wee Reese in that?
I
Whatever the
don't
hell
think
that
he
is.
knows who any of those 3 dudes are.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They're just indescript white people in my head, unfortunately.
I want to say you're Pee Wee.
I'm Pee Wee because Pee Wee was really short.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
Pee
that
Wee.
makes sense.
Am I Jackie or am I the other guy?
No, you're Jackie.
You're
Okay.
Jackie.
I
What
better
other
be.
guy? Well, you're not. Roy Campanello, I think, was half white. Although in the 50s, as you say, half black is all black, especially
Half
in the
black.
50s.
You damn right you all black. No, I appreciate the thumbnails.
All right. We got a lot to get to today, man. And we got a radio show.
Dude, it's a long day.
Dude. All right. Welcome our newest sponsor, Lone Star Nano Services. Very excited about this. We have a brand new supporter to the show today. All right. So a lot of times people think they need new roofs,
Mhm.
and really they don't. They just maybe think that they do, or they're not sure. There is a company in town that can put this stuff on your roof, and it's just liquid stuff. They
Okay.
just put it on the roof and literally save 8 to 15 years on the roof's longevity.
Wow.
So why go pay ridiculous amounts of money to get a roof replaced? I mean, hell, with the weather we're having today, and as we do this show, it's in late March. I mean, storm season is nigh upon us. A lot of people get duped into, well, you need a whole new roof. Sorry. You might not. But maybe you do. I mean, if you need, so here's the thing. make sure you don't need a new roof before you have somebody completely do your roof. What if you can just patch it up with this stuff? Lone Star Nano Services. If you're a homeowner looking to extend the life of your current roof, if you have an asphalt shingle roof, if you have a roof that's kind of getting older and you're thinking, maybe I should get a look, see, these boys at Lone Star will come out and give you a free inspection. Mention us, mention that you're a Thunderdomer or a subscriber or an in the building viewer. They'll come out and do a free roof inspection. They also do driveways. Yeah, I always see driveways that are all like ugly looking,
Mhm.
nasty black stains and all dirty. I just assume that's how it goes because you park cars on them. A lot of times it's weather. These boys at Lone Star can come out and make your and keep your driveway looking nice and neat, and more importantly, save you a shit ton of money
Awesome.
by putting their stuff on your roof and making sure that the longevity of your roof is 8, 10, 15 years longer than it could have been had you gotten a replacement roof. You don't have to do that. Get Nano. Go Nano with Lone Star Nano Services. It's nanosvcs.com, nanosvcs.com. Click on the website and call those boys and mention us. All right.
Appreciate y'all's partnership.
Absolutely. So welcome aboard, man. The National Football League. Again,
What's going on with the National Football League?
They just can't let 1 week go by without hogging the news cycle. This is by design. It's such bullshit.
It's bullying.
It's bullying the other sports.
It's like y'all
forcing
make
them with.
13 billion cleared every year. Like there's no need to. They have, and that's partly Goodell, because I always say Goodell doesn't really do shit, but Goodell does a good job of spacing things out and making sure they're a 365 sport.
No question.
And that's his job, though. Even though I hate it, it's his job.
They don't need to do it though. That's the thing. We're all crack addicts, and they got the crack. You ain't gotta give us crack every day.
Right.
To hell with the Sweet 16. To hell with opening day of the Major League season. We're going to put the Cowboys in the news by banning CeeDee Lamb's gesture. That's the news of the day in the National Football League, and they know it'll go right to the top of the news cycle. Shit on the Rangers, shit on the Yankees, shit on the Sweet 16. F Duke, CeeDee Lamb's in the news. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, look, and that's so he can't. I always want. Look. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that I know that for sure. Okay, that guy on the left, that's Young Thug. He just got released from jail on a RICO case that he kind of sort of beat.
Is that the dude we saw at the Alamo Bowl?
No, that's the dude from Dallas. We'll get into him. He was at the Alamo. Yellow Beezy.
Yeah.
He's from Dallas.
We saw a couple of guys.
Murder for hire.
We saw a Houston
case.
guy.
Yeah, he just got released on $750,000.
We saw 2 Chainz.
Saw 2 Chainz.
Sorry.
And we saw Yellow Beezy.
Me and Gangster Rap did not to be talking.
It was funny. That was funny bringing that up, and then we'll get back to CD. We're sitting on the Colorado sideline during the Alamo Bowl, and I'm like, yo, Mike, that's such. Oh, for real? What does he do? Rapper. He's a rapper. Mike's, oh, cool. All right. But anyway, I don't know if CD's thing is a gang gesture. That's what they're saying in this rule.
Come on, man.
They're saying this is Section J.
He's been doing it for 4
unsportsmanlike
years.
Prohibited acts. That there shall be no unsportsmanlike conduct. This applies to any contrary, blah, blah, blah. Any violent gesture. So this is, if CD does, it'll be a 15-yard penalty. I always thought it was coke. I don't know what it was.
I did too. I thought it was a drug reference.
I don't know, man. CD's from where?
Houston.
So I don't know how it's gang related. Because Young Thug's from Atlanta.
How does this mean I'm going to kill you?
I don't know. I
got to blow my nose.
I think it's bullshit.
I want to kill you.
I think it's the case of older white people making the rules.
I agree. And it's older white people assuming that their white customers are afraid of the young black man making
Dude, he's been doing this for how many years?
Since he's been in the league, I think.
I always wondered I don't know what the celebration means.
I think it means first down to me.
When I saw that, I thought he was doing a line off of his finger.
Me too.
I'm
coked up, boy.
Yeah.
I'm glowed up.
That's what I was like. But I never thought it was capital murder.
Yeah, how dumb, man. See, and it's always the Cowboys that get these fucking rules.
It used to be the U. Remember they did a whole video on like stuff you can't do in the NCAA, and it was the whole video was celebrations from Miami.
We had the Emmett rule. Can't take the helmet off anymore.
That was because of Emmett?
That's Emmett.
Wow.
Emmett always took his helmet off when he scored a touchdown, and the NFL banned all guys taking their helmets off. It's stupid. I have no idea, dude. I have no idea.
If I'm an NFL player, I need some marketing money. I need y'all to see me. I need y'all to know who I am. I'm taking my damn helmet off.
The Roy Williams horse collar rule. because he grabbed guys by the back of the jersey
Yeah,
and yanked their
break
ass
their
down.
leg.
And that was a shitty move.
That one's
I
fine.
understood that.
But
they
everybody was
always
doing
gotta
it. But then
single
when
out
Roy
my
got,
team.
I think Roy broke Terrell Owens' leg.
Somebody,
Yeah.
I don't know, but a couple of dudes. Roy
Yeah.
was a danger out there.
Yeah, he was.
He was a badass for about 5 years, and he hooked up with one of those chicks from not Beyonce, the other two spares.
Oh, Latoya, one of those. Yeah, whoever.
Well, she broke his heart. I ain't heard from him since. Destiny's Child.
Destiny's
That
Child.
is the name of that band.
Yeah.
I once shared an elevator with Destiny's Child.
Beyonce, Kelly,
All of
Michelle.
Kelly Rowland. That was who was with Roy Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was Beyonce, Kelly, and
Michelle.
the Jose Bouquet of Destiny's Child. And they were there for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I happened to be at the game, and I got on the media elevator just as they got in to go down to the field. I just stood in the corner and
So you were
breathed it all in.
You were breathing the same air as Beyonce.
Yes, all
That's
three of
awesome.
the girls. I have been near Beyonce in an elevator.
That's
I've shared
awesome.
elevators with famous people before, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Destiny's Child, George Strait and his wife.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Who else have I shared elevator? I shared an elevator one time with Prince Bandar Al Asid from Saudi Arabia.
How
he
was
was-
that?
He was him and his bodyguards. He was there to watch the Cowboys because he was a season ticket holder. He would fly in his private jet from Saudi Arabia every Sunday in his private jet to see his beloved Cowboys. He even had a blue star painted on the tail wing.
Is his AD's cousin?
No, 80s Indian booty.
Oh,
You're profiling everybody again. Remember, we've talked about this.
yeah, my
Mr.
bad.
Singh's from India.
That's right.
Prince Bandar's from Saudi Arabia. It's
Oh.
this whole other country. Shared an elevator with him. I almost shared an elevator with Nelson Mandela, but they wouldn't let
Now
nobody
that
get
would
on.
have been a badass.
It was they wouldn't let folks get on with him.
That's a bad
They let him
motherfucker.
on by himself with his people. He was there to support fucking Jerry Jones, man. Fucking Cowboys.
Wow.
So Jerry
they don't
had Nelson as a
why do I
guest?
need to go to the Super Bowl when I get fucking Nelson Mandela at my game? CD Lamb gets something outlawed, and it's a leading news story over opening day of the fucking
I
baseball
got to
season.
give Jerry some
Dude,
love for
Jerry's
having
a
Nelson
roller.
because Nelson was a guest, clearly.
Yeah. And he sat with Jerry in Jerry's box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he waved everybody a couple of times during the game. That was actually, no, I'm not kidding. That made the hair on my arm stand up.
Shit,
To get
yeah.
to see Mr. Mandela.
That's-
that was like,
That's-
whoa, what am I doing?
that's Mandela, bro. That's
I felt
crazy.
I felt like I shouldn't even be in here.
Are
Yeah.
there any people left like that for you guys?
It's a great question. I don't know.
that
Surely.
would make me be like legit star.
Whoa.
Only because see, Mike's been in every NFL locker room, every NBA locker room. I've been in every NBA locker room.
Mhm. We're
I've
pretty
seen
lucky
everybody. So
way.
that way, like sports wise, no,
That's a lot. Like Mike Tyson.
that's still not Mandela.
No, it ain't Mandela.
That ain't Mandela.
What about like Bruce Springsteen? What
Man.
about the guy from Pearl Jam?
Well, that's different because it's personal. Because I love Eddie Vedder.
yeah, that's different.
That's
If I'm in the elevator with Jay-Z, I'm pissing
Yeah,
myself.
someone
But
somebody.
I'm talking about like
universal.
a legit hero.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
There's not many of these people left.
No,
No.
we've all killed them or put them in prison.
Yeah, yeah. The movement's done.
It's a great question. All right,
Obama,
it's-
Rudy?
Obama.
Why-
Yeah,
Mike, like, so
that'd be
wait,
cool.
first,
I
hold
love
on,
Obama.
hold on. Let's pause.
Go ahead, ask a question.
That's
Why-
actually that's mine. It's Obama.
Why would you say Obama Rudy? Why not
'cause
Obama
Ru-
you guys?
'Cause
Why not you guys?
Rudy voted for McCain.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
Rube asked here, so it just made me think of Rudy, you know?
You see,
R&R.
unlike the far right and you know, I do yes, Obama's up there.
Yeah,
He's
Obama.
up there. He's up there.
I would be in awe of him.
But I'm, yeah.
Yeah, I would cry if I saw David Ortiz in public.
Oh my God. Hey,
Well, I'm not
okay,
mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You 27.
Thank you.
Big Poppy is yours.
Big
Okay.
Poppy's
I
the
would
best.
cry.
But you know why? You know why I wouldn't mind running into Big Poppy? Not because he would make the hair on my arm stand up, because I want to shoot the shit and drink beers with Big Poppy. He's one of the few. He's a John Daly type. Like he's obviously a lot more accomplished, but he's the type. There's a certain handful of athletes that if you just shoot the shit with them, it'll be a great time.
And there's a certain
Big Poppy's that one.
certain handful of athletes that have survived assassination attempts. Poppy's one of them.
I was going to say, you get to be careful partying with Big Poppy. Keep your eye on the front door because you might.
Yeah,
get
I don't sit with
shot.
my back to the door anyway. So yeah.
So you'll like this story, Jose. I once swapped sweat with Big Poppy.
How was
Oh,
this? At the
that
Rangers
That
game?
sounds great.
So the Red Sox played the Rangers opening day, and what is the big station in Boston? EEI.
Yep,
Is that
WEEI.
right?
WEEI.
So they hired me to string for them. And so my job was to go to all 3 games of the weekend series, Red Sox and Rangers, and cover the Red Sox for WEEI, which I thought was really cool. I was a stringer, and so I'd sit there at the game, and every 20 minutes I would because they had talk shows all on the air while the game was going on, and let's go to Mike Taylor. Hey, let's go to Mike Taylor. He's down there in Texas.
Your balls had already
Yeah.
dropped. You didn't
no.
sound like that.
No, not me.
Oh,
the
God, the
host.
Boston guy. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say, yeah.
You got a guy Mike Taylor. Yeah, Jim, you have Sox to play in the Rangers. We get
They'll beat up some
Mike
rich
Taylor.
kids.
Yeah. He's a Texan. You got to have. I sound like Jim Brewer right now. And so my job was guys, it's the bottom of the second. The Red Sox lead the Rangers 2-1. David Ortiz had an RBI single, and so smooth sailing for Kurt Schilling through 2 innings. It's 2-0 Sox.
Right.
I did that, and then my job was to go into the clubhouse and get sound, get scrums with guys, and then send the tape back to EEI. And they told me, the producer, okay, because the game ended. It was a day game because it was opening day, and so the game ended while their show was still on the air. It was their afternoon drive show. And they're like, yeah, so go down and get tape. If you can, try to get a guy to come on with our hosts with your cell phone. If you can't, you can. It's okay. So I'm in the clubhouse, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, fuck it. There's Big Poppy. Hey, David. Hey, man, can you go? He's like, hey, just a minute. And so he's getting his pants on, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and he's like, hey, I don't do phoners. And I'm like, hey, it's and I mentioned the guys. He's like, and he knew him. He's like, oh, okay, cool, I'll do it. So it was cool.
No shit.
So he grabs the cell, and so I'm like, cool. So the producer's on. I'm like, hey, I got David here. I got David. Cool. The producer's like, no shit. I'm like, yeah, I got David. So I hand the phone to Ortiz, and he's just played, man. He's fucking drenched in sweat, and he's hey man, hey, how you doing, man? So. And he sat there with my phone, and he did 15 minutes with
And he
these
handed
guys.
your phone back all sweaty.
Oh, fucking Kate. And I get back, the producer would have blown me had he been in the room, because I got them Big Poppy during their
Right.
show right after.
Hell yeah, that was a great get.
Yeah, it was a great get. So I've shared sweat with your hero,
Yeah, I'd pay you for that phone.
David Ortiz Jr. It's not
Especially
this phone.
fresh. If it's fresh, I'd pay you for that phone.
This would have been a flip phone that no longer exists. This thing here is not the one I had with
I
me.
would just ask to smell it. That's it.
That's disgusting.
That's nasty.
CD Lamb has responded to the CD rule.
What'd he say?
He just wrote, shaking my head. That's okay. I have plenty else in mind. How dumb. He
It is dumb.
throwing gang signs.
Yeah, it is dumb on the NFL's part.
Stupid.
I hate the NFL,
No
but I
effing
love them.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're all addicted.
We're addicted.
I hate
can't.
that I love them. I don't want to. They make me because they've got crack, and I'm an
So
addict.
this is an abusive relationship you're in.
A very toxic, abusive relationship. Not only am I an NFL fan, but I'm a freaking Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Very, very toxic relationship I have with my football. All right. Show presented also in part by San Antonio City Soccer Club, the premier destination for elite youth soccer in this town, where we do our show, emanating from San Antonio, Texas. You ain't got to be from greater San Antonio. You can come on in. It's a huge league, multiple fields all over the city. So they're recruiting new players. Are you looking to get your kids signed up for soccer? In May, we're having registration, and we're having a placement event, right? So it's not really a tryout. You don't get cut. They want to take a look at everybody,
Place you.
determine their level, and then put you in a league that fits your kid's level. So it's called a placement event. The girls go first, May 6th through the 8th, and then the boys will go May 12th through the 14th. Now, from all the way from just getting rolling and just having fun, all the way to like collegiate level,
To pro.
this is a big time deal. Absolutely. SA City Soccer, they are a pathway to the absolute highest levels, the best academies in the state. Scouts, pros come out there. Pro scouts watch their games. College scouts go out there and watch their games. Vet the hell out of their coaches, elite coaches, strong community. I have been up and close and personal to that community. We have Thunderdome Field still out there.
crazy.
Have your kid play on Thunderdome Field.
And send us the photos. We'll post
Send
them.
us the photos. We will absolutely post them. It is San Antonio City Soccer placement events coming up in May. Girls on the 6th through the 8th, boys 12th through 14th. Thank you so much to San
If-
Antonio City Soccer.
Donovan Mitchell, Russell Westbrook, John Morant,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards. Oh, let me see. Who else? Derrick Rose.
Hey, LeBron, I think, could have been a pretty
Yeah,
damn good defenseman.
Super athletic
Steph
guys.
Curry.
If the Steph Curry, if the super athletic gentleman of the NBA had chose soccer at 6, and we had the academy life set up, is it a different outcome for U.S. men's soccer? Now, I know we are super high on education. Like, it's blasphemy to throw a kid in a pro system at 11 years old. Like, we're like, hey, you got to go to high school. You got to go to college.
Yeah.
But if we ever adopt that way of doing business on the U.S. men's soccer side, will we ever catch up? Even if we adopt the academy lifestyle.
Not to basketball. No. I mean, I don't know. That's a
Like,
great question.
can we catch England and Italy and Brazil?
Oh, if our kids got into it, yes, absolutely.
You
yeah.
think so?
I do eventually.
I'm pretty sure we do already, but I'm talking about go push all the chips into the
Yeah.
table and go full Barca.
The problem is, dude, for whatever reason, our Olympic team, our men's national team, I said Olympic, I meant our men's national team, they cannot get their shit together to save their lives. How many kids on our current U.S. men's team play overseas in elite league?
There's more
Almost
now.
all of them.
It's more now.
I think it's almost all of them.
It's more now
But
for
they
sure.
cannot get their shit together. They even went and got one of the elite Premier League coaches, Pochettino, the Argentinian who coached at Tottenham. He was at Arsenal there for a while, I think, and he's now the U.S. men's coach, and they still shit the bed against
I think we're still too far
Paraguay and bullshit
behind.
like that. Dude, I don't know, man, because again, these guys are all playing overseas. Shit, half the team were born in Europe. These are the sons of mothers who bedded down with United States enlistees in one of the many military bases all over the planet. And those kids have been raised playing soccer, and they still can't get their shit right. I don't know what it is about our men's national team. But, you're right. If Steph Curry had only gone into soccer, he'd be playing forward for Barca if he wanted to. I think he's just that athletic, but he didn't. And it is what it is. It's unfortunate.
It is what it is.
Very unfortunate.
Take your kids to the placement, though.
Indeed. Go to the placement. All right. Jump in here with a chat. You may tip us via the super chat. You may buy us a coffee via the buymeacoffee.com link. Please do that. What else is in the news today?
We got 4 Sweet 16s tonight.
We have Sweet 16.
We got BYU, Bama.
All right. Okay. Look, y'all want to repick?
Yeah,
Our
Maryland,
picks are shit.
Maryland, Florida, Arizona, Duke, and the Razorbacks and them baseline bum Lubbock Red Raiders.
Oh, man. I hope Tech wins. I can't stand John Calipari, and I badmouthed him last week, and of course, Arkansas in the Sweet 16. God dang it.
Well, the thing about it, this is what I'll say, because we're a storyline show. We ain't here to try to be y'all's breakdown analysts. Y'all,
Well,
there's
hang on
places-
now.
yeah.
Wait a second now,
Yeah.
Rudy. Now, the backup
Hey.
point guard off the bench here for Arkansas, he's averaging 11.23
Yeah,
points
screw
per game
that.
in the last 16 days when they play after 7 p.m.
Y'all, there's
Central
shows for
Standard
that
Time. Okay,
bullshit.
my bad.
I'm tired of the Caliparis and the Rick Pitino's bitching about, like, Calipari came out there that, hey, the portal has made it impossible for, a senior in high school to get a look. Like, we're not like, keep in mind, Pitino just said this about a month ago. Then here comes Calipari, earlier this week saying he's not going after any high school kids. Like, y'all don't get to have it both ways. If it's tearing you up, if it's breaking your heart, then go get a couple seniors from high school. Y'all are part of the problem that you're bitching about. Like, I ain't gonna be able to compete if I don't do it this way. Like, I don't like them being on the fence. Somebody, you don't trust a man that won't pick a side. Like, pick a side. Like, if it's breaking your heart, it breaks my heart that I'm not gonna be able to go and recruit a high school kid. No, it doesn't. Because if it was breaking your heart, you would just go do it and develop that kid. Now, I think it's 700 kids hit the portal the day it opened. So I get it. It is an ass whip. But I'm just talking about the Patinos and the Caliparis of the world that say it's tearing them up. that they can't recruit high school anymore. We're only recruiting out of the portal. Like, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
You're full of shit. You can still do it. You're choosing not to. But it is an issue. And we do, and Mike, you said this many times, we need some guidelines. But I'm just calling bullshit on the Caliparis and the Patinos for how broken up they are about not being able to recruit high school kids. I'm calling bullshit on those two.
Agreed. All right. So who plays tonight? BYU, Bama.
BYU, Bama, Maryland,
what?
Florida,
You know what?
Arizona,
Hang on.
Duke. Who you got?
Give me the Mormons of BYU to beat Bama tonight. Who else is playing? Maryland who?
Maryland, Florida.
The Terps run comes to a close. Give me the
Same.
Gators. Gators.
Of course, you're taking Duke over Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona can't.
Dukes
hang
are
with Duke.
Dukes are pick.
That's our baby.
And
Yeah, but have we changed our mind on Duke?
no,
Are you?
I'm still picking. Well, we
You
got to.
still-
We rolling with Duke as
I
a
know,
show,
but
but I
you-
still got Florida
You
winning it
still
all.
think Florida's going to win the
Yeah.
whole thing? All right.
I think Florida loses tonight, Rudy.
Who are they playing?
To Maryland?
Oh, Maryland.
Maryland, the Crab Five.
Maryland.
what? What are you calling them?
The Crab Five.
We're
Crap,
not doing that.
yeah.
We're not going to disrespect Jalen Rose and Chris Webber like that.
What the
Who invented that shit?
The Crab Five.
I know the crab cakes in Maryland. Fuck them crab cakes, unless they come to the Final Four. But
No, he's talking about the Fab Five. Jose probably never even heard of the Fab Five.
Great documentary.
Thank you. He has.
okay, he has.
Great
And
documentary.
then,
I obviously didn't know who they were before. I was like, who the
And
fuck-
Mike's
Jalen
favorite
Rose playing
coach,
basketball?
Calipari, versus the Baseline Bums, Red Raiders.
Come on, Red Raiders. Watch, the one night I decided to go ahead and pitch my tent behind the Raiders, they're going to shit the bed.
It'd be a shame.
It wouldn't be a shame. I want to see their team get
However, if
slaughtered.
they lose, it helps team in the building in our pool.
Exactly. So
So-
go Razorback. See? See?
Pig!
F the Red Raiders.
Ah, jeez. All right. Speaking of college hoops, so did you? Let me restart. Did you see the story? It's been it was probably late last week,
Okay.
where the former Longhorns great, not basketball but football, Xavier Worthy, he has now filed a lawsuit against his now, I guess, ex-girlfriend who accused him of beating the shit out of her up in Round Rock the other day.
Can I go Mike Taylor? That
Okay.
bitch lied, got him arrested, pulled out a couple of his braids, which is why he ended up having to cut his hair off,
Right?
and then went and called the cops on him.
Yep. Because he tried
She
to
beat the
defend
shit
himself.
out of him
Yep.
because he caught her cheating.
Yep.
This biatch would not leave his house. So she kicks his ass, pulls a couple of his dreadlocks out,
Mm-hmm.
and calls the cops on him. She should be arrested. It shouldn't be. She ain't got no money. She was living there. Why do you think she didn't want to leave the house? Because she ain't got no money. Her life is over. She should not be. Fuck a lawsuit. She ain't got nothing for me to sue her for. She should be arrested.
I misspoke. It was not Round Rock. It was Georgetown. Close enough.
Close enough. Stone's
So,
throw.
Good on X. He has now filed a lawsuit. He says she stole and destroyed more than $150,000 in cash and property belonging to him.
Like his jewelry and shit.
Yeah, and also assaulted him. He's seeking between $250,000 and $1 million for damages, including punitive and exemplary damages.
Really?
In the lawsuit, Worthy says his former fiancee, Tia Jones, schemed to extort a home, money, cars, and other valuables from Mr. Worthy by concocting false stories of domestic violence and leaking the same to the press to professionally and personally assassinate Worthy's character and reputation. Good on him. This is what I always say. Every time one of these domestics comes up, and these dudes are like, "Hey, that's bullshit. I didn't touch her." I always say, then file a
Move
lawsuit.
your mic up.
Oh, my low. Sorry.
Yeah, the chat saying you're a little
Oh, my
low.
bad.
There you go.
All I ever say is, okay, if she's lying, prove it by suing her. File a lawsuit and sue her.
Absolutely.
And Worthy did. Good for him. So turns out that, well, of course, and at least ESPN put this back on the front page for a day. But a lot of times, Rudy, people only see that first one. Worthy arrested, domestic violence.
Oh, he's another athlete beating up on a
Yeah,
kid.
they
Beating
never
up on a
follow
female.
back up.
Right.
Good on Worthy for filing a lawsuit, and good on the one of the premier organizations in all of sports, the Kansas City Chiefs, for not jumping to conclusions and suspending him or admonishing him And good on the NFL Players Association for busting its ass for years to get some writing in the CBA that says you can't just go fire a guy
Yeah,
just because somebody accuses him of doing something. You need to let jurisprudence play out.
I agree.
Too many times in athletics, these companies, these teams, these organizations, they just get, all they see is, oh, all the ugly things being said about us on Twitter, and they overreact to it, and they ruin the guy's career over it.
And I feel like, and not to pick on these two entities, but I feel like a lot changed after the Baltimore Ravens had seen Ray Rice knock his wife out, bring him back, only for the video to come out. Then they had to release him. On the NFL side, on the college side, I feel like all these schools, Mike, are doing what you're talking about. They need to stop doing after Baylor.
Right.
After Baylor, everybody got spooked. Like, hey, man, we're going to have to just tell these kids they got to go home. Even though, like, you know, we've seen a few guys now, careers be over. You leave college for 2 years because of a fake allegation, you're done.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like you got to get your timing back, your strength, your speed. It's like that's a lot. You know what I mean? So no one will touch you. But so I think with Ray Rice and Baylor, we started doing things differently. And a part of me gets it, but a part of me is also like, wait a minute, this is still America, and it's still, regardless of stupid ass public perception, it's still supposed to be innocent until guilty.
And it's one of my huge pet peeves, and you've heard me bitch about this ad nauseum for 2 years. We overcorrect everything.
Yes.
We want to, we have a problem, and so let's overcorrect it with a zero tolerance policy. Screw context. What we do is we don't give a shit anymore. I say we. I mean, I do. The University of Texas men's basketball program did not give a shit about context and facts and let things settle when Chris Beard got arrested for that thing he got into in 2022 with his now ex-fiance, who got fired from her high school volleyball job in Lubbock for being an asshole to the players and having
Really?
confrontations. Yeah, she was
See,
a
how come we
hothead.
didn't hear that follow-up?
Because that ain't, we don't need it. What's that, Matt Rudy? Domestic violence should not be tolerated. It is not. It's just not about the victim. We're not going to victim shame, because that's the shit you hear, and that's fine. You're going to hear that from dumbasses on X and whatever else, Facebook and Face Live and Dick Slap and all the other dumbass things that we run to social media for. It's not on the people that are commenting. It's on a giant entity like the University of Texas for being a big pussy and kowtowing to a bunch of dumbasses on Facebook and firing Chris Beard, when a week later the chick comes out and goes, yeah, I was lying to the cops, and he didn't do all that. Turns out he actually didn't choke the shit out of me.
Right.
You know? And of course, and then the cynics would say, oh, that's because she finally came to her senses and she realizes she just cost $5 million coming into their household. You know? But whether that's the truth or not, Texas should have let that play out some. They did not have to fire Chris Beard. That was the big thing. Well, UT's got no choice at this point. They have to. Says who?
Says who?
Says who? That is a fictional. Who's this fictitious God? It's just going to strike down
Social
upon the
media.
program. We're never going to sell any more tickets to any more basketball games if we don't fire Chris Beard because there's allegations of domestic violence. Let the shit play out. At least give it a week.
And guess what,
Do
Mike?
your own investigation. And if you determine, yeah, he did beat her ass, fucking fire the shit out of him. But no, let's panic because we freak out over Twitter and we fire the guy. He's at Ole Miss within a month. And he's in the Sweet 16 tomorrow
Bingo.
night. And Texas, his ass is hoping they finally found the right
Bingo.
guy, because their ass didn't even get to the big tournament. They got their ass slapped around by
the
Xavier in the
play-in.
play-in with
Mike
3
drop.
lottery players.
Mic drop on the Ole Miss point.
Bullshit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They're playing Michigan State tomorrow night. The same coach that y'all panicked on. Michigan State in the Sweet 16.
Yeah. We have got to stop. Like, we don't care about context anymore. I'm not talking about companies.
Or facts.
Institutions.
Or facts. The
Or
lie.
facts.
They say a lie gets halfway around the world before the truth leaves the house.
Yeah, and by then, 2 million people have made their minds up that
Believe
this
it.
guy's a piece of shit.
Well, because we read headlines, Mike. We don't click the link.
Right. Well, good on the Chiefs and good on the Players Union, because they've negotiated that in with the NFL. You can't just dump a guy if he gets accused of something. That's why I do too. oftentimes I get frustrated with the NFL because they take 6 months to punish somebody. At least they wait and let things play out, right?
No, the
At least they don't
NFL,
overreact and
NFL,
fire a
if
guy
you're-
right away.
especially if you're really good.
Well, yeah, well,
If
and
you're really good, they'll wait it out.
right. And the NFL doesn't always get it right, by the way. Zeke Elliott got fucked over by the NFL.
And we're not
Totally
even Zeke defenders.
no,
He got screwed.
got
6
screwed.
games.
didn't lay a hand on her.
Yeah.
She beat herself up, had her buddy punch her in the arm, took pictures and accused him of doing it. When they investigated it, hell, I'm surprised that the Columbus police didn't charge her for bullshitting the taxpayers.
That's the next
They
step.
should
We
have.
have to.
We got to start throwing these damn accusers in jail. If it comes out that the guy raped her or beat her ass up, put his ass in prison. But if it comes out that she's lying, put her ass in jail.
Hey man, you
That's
got to be
bullshit.
some consequence. Like the lie goes away, and the young lady just goes back to posting on Instagram.
Right. Remember last year, some girl accused Dak Prescott of raping her. He's like, bullshit, here's $100 million lawsuit. And all of a sudden that lawsuit went away because she's like, yeah, I'm good.
Same
Ain't
thing
heard
with
from her since.
Same thing with Jay-Z with the 13-year-old girl that swore her friend drove her to a VMA party in 2001, and Jay-Z and Diddy raped her, and Jigga was like, no, I'm not gonna sue you, I'm gonna sue Rusty too. And guess what? Dropped. And now Jay-Z's not only suing her, he's also suing Rusty. So that type of shit has to stop. You got to go to jail. It's got to be a consequence for the lie, because there's a consequence for the guy if he's done it.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just allow the accusers, and both sides, men and women. Maybe there's men lie too. I'm saying I don't give a shit who it is. If you lie about something as heinous as sexual assault, your ass deserves to go to prison. And that'll cut these lies in half.
Sure.
And again, I know they say it all the time, but the real victims are the one who's hurt, because then we automatically think, oh, she lying, just like the last chick. Because the real victims are dealing with these dumbass chicks that are just trying to get a payday.
Very unfortunate. And good for Dak. He didn't give her one nickel.
Not one nickel.
He actually sued her ass. All of a sudden, she's like, if you'll drop your lawsuit, then I'll drop the charges.
I
went
know.
away in about 2 hours. It is In the Building, streaming live on Facebook and X and our YouTube channel on the Believe Network on Spotify and Apple and iTunes. Welcome to it. It is In the Building, presented in part by Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of In the Building. They are all over the greater San Antonio area. As you can see, the map that Jose Buki just put up, including way up in Bernie. So wherever you are, there's probably one near you. And no matter what it is you get, make sure you mention us at In the Building. That's how they measure the success they have in doing business with us and being the studio sponsor of this show. Always say In the Building, and you'll get that 5% discount.
Don't be modest. Like, you know what happens? I think a lot of times people want to just support our sponsors, and they go in there with great intentions on, you know what, I'm just going to support small business, and I don't want a discount. I appreciate that. I really do. But for business purposes, when AD and his lovely sister that look just alike, they're twins. Well, at the end of the year, when
you always say that.
At the end of the year, when they tally up, hey, what do we do from In the Building? They need to see that there was a bunch of In the Building discounts in there. So don't try to be Mr. Small Business Superman when you go in there. Get your discount. Make sure you tell them In the Building.
Yeah, because they might drop us as
exactly.
a partner. 7 locations. Texas Cheer Liquor. All right, a couple of other football points. We'll move on. The Titans. And of course, everybody right now is playing Texas Hold'em before the draft.
Okay.
The Titans have let it be known that they really enjoyed and they really were impressed with former Incarnate Word great, West Columbia, Texas' own Cam Ward. He did his workout the other day. The U had their pro day. And all the reports are the Titans like him a lot. They're leaning toward drafting him, number 1 overall. However, if there's a team out there that wants to talk about trading up to get their number 1 overall pick, they want to hear from you, but they said it better be a boffo package. If you like the guy and he's a franchise player, you're going to take him. You ain't going to.
Well, you know what, Mike, is funny about this? I feel like whenever the number 1 pick is up for quote-unquote grabs, I feel like that means there isn't a consensus one. I think that, while I'm not saying this could be one of the greatest drafts ever, I have to let it play out. But I don't feel like there's a consensus number 1. There's no Andrew Luck You know what I mean? There's not that guy. Like I like Cam Ward a lot. I like Shador a lot. Travis Hunter, all of them.
Yep.
But there's just not that one guy that everybody's like, yeah, no doubt. Let's put it in the bag. Let's go away. I don't think there's that.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're playing chess. I think they don't know what they want to do.
Maybe not. Maybe maybe it's like maybe they're fine with Cam
I know it ain't
Ward.
Will Levis.
Maybe they're fine with Cam or they're fine with the package. But if you're not, if especially quarterback, I mean, this is going to be the face of your franchise. This is the future of your team. If you're not convinced that he's absolutely a Pro Bowl level guy, then you don't draft him that high, especially at that position, because it'll fuck your team over for years to come. You'll get hamstrung. Oh, that's that one position right there is the one position in all of sport that ruins a team's franchise hopes if they don't find that right guy in that position. That's one position you cannot have flawed, or it doesn't matter who you got on defense.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. These like the Pittsburgh Steelers, they cannot get quarterback right since Big Ben retired. And how long ago did he retire?
It's been a while,
It's been a minute.
And I don't even know if Ben was the guy, Mike. They just took a quarterback at the right time because they had a perfect team. And they said, you're going to hand the ball off. And on third down, if there's nothing there after 2 reads, throw it in the stands. Him and Russell Wilson came into perfect situations. So it feels like they got it right, but it also feels like they just put them on the right team.
For some reason, we talked about this, we hit on this yesterday. For some reason, Russ decided to sign with the Giants, even though they just signed Jameis Winston. And Russ's first public comment was, I better be the starter. I expect to be the starter. Okay. What's Jameis thinking? What the fuck y'all doing?
Jameis is somewhere doing some pregame speech preparation.
What are the Giants doing is the question. I mean, Russ and Jameis just needed jobs.
Right.
What are the Giants doing? And it's 1-year deals for both of them. They don't have the talent to bring Russell Wilson in, and now you compete for the division championship. They're a shitty team.
Very shitty team.
I'm very disappointed in the Giants. I like the Giants organization. The Mara family needs to step in and do something about the knuckleheads running their team. It's bad.
It's awful.
Super bad. All right, I forgot. I was going to mention the blimp. You sent me those pictures. You got the blimps.
You got
Jose?
the blimps, Jose.
So we got the Final Four coming. Have you driven past the Alamo Dome recently?
No.
They got the big Final Four banner up across the whole thing. Got all the banners up now. Look really cool, even though the weather sucks. And now we're going to have Charles Barkley hovering over the city. It's pretty funny that Charles Barkley, who is a longtime critic of the women in this town, is going to have a blimp.
Capital One.
He's been called the blimp a lot in his life because he's a great big fat, but Chuck literally will be a blimp hovering over the city here in a couple of weeks when the Final Four.
Magic Johnson too. So if you look up and you see a blimp and you're like, damn, that looks like Barkley. It is. Or Vam, that looks like Magic. It is.
Yeah.
Great bit, man. It's good. I'm starting to feel the Final Four energy in the air.
Good. We're going. I hope you are.
Yeah, I'm just feeling it in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Like people getting excited for it. So I'm ready.
Awesome. Outstanding.
I saw Charles Barkley fully wrapped on a Via bus. Oh, damn, he got Via buses.
Oh, he's got a Via bus.
Capital One's role. Is Capital One the main sponsor of the Final Four this year? They gotta be.
I think they typically are.
Yeah, they got they're a major player.
Oh yeah, they are. They
absolutely a massive player, big time. All right, baseball season is here.
It starts today, right?
On. Yeah,
it's already started right now.
All right. Forgive me again? I'm a drive-by Major League. I love the game, but I don't watch Major League Baseball a lot. Again, I get excited for baseball for about 2 weeks, starting on opening day, and then after about 2 weeks, it's a fart in the wind. And then I check back in during the All-Star break to see who's good, and that's a fart in the wind. And then I come back and get on board September the 1st for the playoff push. How do you pronounce the name of the Astros Stadium now? Because it's no longer Minute Maid. It's oh God. I don't want to get my Japanese mixed up.
No, are you sure it's Japanese, sir?
Yeah, it's Japanese, dude. It's that air conditioning company. Daikin.
What?
Daikin. Yes. In case you didn't know, the Astros now playing something called Daikin Stadium or something like that. Daikin, the world's #1 air conditioner manufacturer.
better be cool in that bitch
Yeah,
all the
Daikin
time.
Park. Why?
Better
Why
get
is that?
number one in the world, man. It's a Japanese company. That shit's gonna be beautiful. That stadium's never gonna have any problems. Shit.
What kind of company is this that Daikin
They
is?
do
Oh,
air
air conditioner
conditioning.
manufacturer.
Yeah, they do air conditioning. Daikin is now where the Astros play. I'm sure it's going to get butchered. People will call it Daikin or Daikin. Daikin.
Asian.
Daikin.
Asian.
I don't know. Daikin. So every year I get asked,
Are you?
Taylor, what team are you going to root for this year? Is it going to be the
Oh.
Rangers or the Astros?
I'll tell you when one of them's in the World Series.
And my answer is always, who's got the best record? That's going to be the one I support that
Same.
day.
We support winners here on this show.
That's right. And what if they have the same record? Well, then if they have the same record, and I've really given a lot of attention to the Astros in the last several years. They used to be the ticket used to run their games. I've had Jose Altuve on the radio station before. We've had Jeff Bagwell on the station before, back in my old radio hosting days. I am an Astros fan. My good buddy Jim Bob, who runs news stations in Corpus Christi, they are the official flagship of the Corpus Christi Hooks, proud AAA affiliate of the Astros. I'm not anti-Astros. However, all kidding aside,
We are against those thugs. No.
if they have the same record,
As who?
the Rangers,
It's Rangers all day.
I'm a Rangers fan. Yes.
All
I
day.
mean, I was born in Fort Worth. I was born in Tarrant County, the county they play their games in. Spent all my life as a kid watching the damn Rangers with my grandma, who we watched every damn game back in the day. Yes, and my truest blood, I am a Rangers fan. I like the Astros. I know it's weird that they're rivals and in the same division and they play for the silver boot and all that shit, but at the end of the day, if you put a gun to my head and I had to pick one, make the Sophie's choice, it would be the Rangers. I'm a Ranger fan. And my favorite player right now in the league is a Ranger, Corey Seager, the shortstop of the Rangers. He's my
You
favorite.
spoke
player.
very highly of him.
The Astros had my second favorite guy, and they let him go to the Red Sox
Mhm.
this year, and Alex Bregman. But I am excited for the Astros. I'm worried about their outfield. They're starting a rookie out in right field, Cam Smith, who's a stud, former first-round pick.
You guys probably saw his video of him crying in the locker room.
I did because he didn't
Oh, I
realize
saw that.
he didn't know he had made the final big league roster, and they let his mama come into the clubhouse and tell him in front of the whole team. That was sweet. The Rangers should be better this year than they were last year. They got two young kids in their starting rotation, Kumar Rocker and Al Leiter. I want to take it back. Al Leiter's kid, Jack Leiter. I'm an old school baseball man. I expect the Rangers to win the division. I expect the Mariners to be good, and I expect it to be a dogfight in that division the whole way through between Seattle, Texas, and Houston. And Oakland will be good for a while and tail off like they always do because that's the Oakland A's. So that's my baseball.
Can't wait till they get
What
to
if I told
Vegas.
you they're not Oakland anymore?
Oh yeah, the Sacramento A's, soon to be the Vegas
Soon to
A's.
be the Vegas A's. Yeah, I don't have a baseball team, so I root for whichever one is going the furthest. But
I love it. That's fine.
I'm a big baseball gear guy. I love the Yankees gear. I
Okay.
love the Dodgers
You do
gear.
have some Yankees gear at home, don't you?
Yeah, I got some
Yeah.
Dodgers gear stashed away somewhere.
Yeah.
I do like certain colorways for the Astros,
Mhm.
but my probably favorite, and they're no longer a part of the MLB. Expos gear is my all time. I love Montreal Expos gear. Loves me some good. I
The
had a
lowercase letters.
fire.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mike Schmidt and them boys. Yeah, I love that stuff.
Expos.
Yeah, I might be a Dodgers fan, Adrian. Depending, who's the defending champs?
The
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Oh yeah, Mookie Betts is the best player in the
And-
league.
They are more favored to win. See, how do I word this? No team's been as heavy a favorite to win the World Series since 2002. I think the Yankees were heavily favored to win the World Series, and no team since 2002 has been as favored as the Dodgers are to repeat this year.
No shit.
They're ridiculous,
Damn.
All right. Yeah.
ridiculous.
Why don't Mike Trout pull a Damian Lillard?
I don't
Or
know.
Anthony
He should
Da-
have
or
by
an
now.
Anthony
I
Davis.
would have by now.
Loyalty. That's the only reason.
There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it.
I mean, I guess I commend
Shohei
you.
was like, you know what? Deuces. I'm going across town.
No,
Bye, Felicia. It's bullshit. I mean, the El Paso Chihuahuas are
Like,
better than the Angels.
the fact that the talent that he is, first of all, he's hurt too much, Mike. That's one thing. But
Lately, yeah.
it's a crock of shit that we haven't got to see Mike Trout have like a playoff run.
Would you recognize him if he walked in the studio
Yeah,
right now?
because
You
of
sure?
because of his neck.
Without a hat?
Oh my God.
Because he'd have a neck brace.
No, because he has one of those Zach Thomas necks.
The big fucking
Yeah, he
neck.
has a big fat neck,
Oh,
like
yeah.
he benches
Well, that's what
783 with his neck.
And HGHs, baby.
Yeah,
HGH will help out.
Shit, I love Mike.
Maybe that's why he can't stay healthy anymore.
Wow.
Muscles
Throwing
too,
stuff out.
muscles too tight, they snap.
Yeah, they do. Just throwing stuff out. So yeah, I'm rooting for the Rangers unless the Astros have a better record,
Nothing wrong with that.
which pisses people off. All right, show brought to you in part by Ribaldo Realty Group, the official real estate agent of our show. Is Jay Ribaldo. Go see all of Jay's listings at his website. He's all over the internet too. He's on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. He's on TikTok and Flim Flam and all the others. But just go see a breakdown of his stuff at Ribaldo.com, the official real estate agent of In the Building. Jay Ribaldo. Call him at 210-887-1081, or you can email him, baby, Ribaldo at KW.com, or you busted out my gangster rap, or you can go to the website Ribaldo.com, Ribaldo.com.
Ribaldo Realty.
We may have to fix this damn mic by next show, Jose.
Yeah, it's a pain.
I keep having to grab it. We need to switch these dicks around here.
Okay.
I need a new dick.
He keeps
talk to.
two-handing it as well.
I know.
I mean, that's how you do it. A little salt and pepper.
Well, I don't have,
Jose, you've
but it
never-
keeps going limp on me.
Jose,
That's the
you've
problem.
Never in your life seen two hands on your throne.
Well, you don't know that.
Never.
Venezuela has a
Dude,
top 10 average
you're
dick size in the world.
5'7". You ain't never seen two hands
Venezuela,
on your
Here
shit.
we
baby.
go. We're gonna do this.
You ain't
Okay.
never seen two hands on your shit.
Yeah. Mike, you can stay out of this conversation. We know you haven't, Mike. It's all right. This
Oh,
is the
Mike, I've heard things about Mike.
How do you think I wind up dating pretty women that ain't this gut and this face?
no, it's just that's that sweet Texas charm. Come on.
Well, that's
He's
part
Mike
of it
Efton
too.
Taylor.
That's part of it as
Yeah.
well. But believe me, they wouldn't stay if they got down there and thought, "Huh, that ain't what I anticipated." Poor Jay Ribaldo. That's
Sorry,
how
Jay,
we come out of
damn.
his live spot.
Sorry,
What's
Jay.
the matter with us? Go hit up Jay Ribaldo's website at Ribaldo.com. And we
That's
owe
a
him
man
a
of faith.
lunch too. You canceled lunch today
And it was at a great place.
because of your TV stardom.
It was at a great place, dude.
I'm
Great
sure.
place.
For sure.
Damn.
For sure.
High
All right.
protein. I'll leave it at that.
All right.
Wow.
What else today? Rudy sent me something yesterday
What was it?
about the NBA and tanking, which I thought we'd touch on here for a minute. First of all,
Well, you sent it, and then I resent it
yeah,
because we
yeah,
didn't
that's
get to
right.
it.
So
Yeah.
Dame Lillard, by the way,
Blood clot.
same shit, but in the leg. Oh my god!
Yo,
what are we
so-
doing, man? The NBA starting to worry
So
me.
can I tell you what the aliens
Need
are
less
saying?
games. What?
Can I tell you what the aliens are saying? A lot of people are saying it's the vax booster.
No, it's
The
not.
vaccine haters, all the vaccine haters are saying, have you noticed how many NBA players are getting blood clots? It's from the vaccine.
Baseball players ain't getting them. Football players aren't getting them. Basketball players are. It's something with the basketball players and how they do. I mean, Wemby's was from overusage of the arm because he's shooting baskets all damn day. That's what they told me. That's what the doc told us when we had him on that day.
He did. Doc didn't
It's
mention
usage.
the vaccine.
It's usage. You know, Damian Lillard's 34 years old.
Damian Lillard's lost a step. He's not the
Milwaukee
same.
is
I
not gonna
thought
get
they
it.
were going to walk in there and then the Celtics woke up and like realized they were the Celtics. I thought that was going to be because Giannis had already won one,
Mhm.
but letting go of Drew Holiday has proven to be a catastrophic mistake on the Bucks' part. He's like the glue guy. He's Bruce Bowen, but he can get 30.
I don't know what the Bucks are. Doc Rivers is. They're just
Doc
another
Rivers
team.
is a spare.
I know you've told me that before.
He's a spare. Great with personalities, sucks as a coach.
I mean, he has won a title.
I'll give that title to Danny Ainge.
Nobody would have won a title with those shitty, dysfunctional Clippers. Just saying.
Speaking of,
Just saying.
I'm going to say this, and we're
Wemby
going
did
to.
have surgery, by the way.
He did have
Yeah,
surgery,
I
right?
saw that report today. Yeah,
Oh, good for him. I'm glad
He's on the
has-
way
hopefully
back.
he's back.
he's on the mend.
I'm gonna
Yes,
say this, and we're gonna move on. We're not spending any time on it. But
on
I'm
what?
gonna say this:
Okay.
nobody, not the Lakers, not Denver, not OKC, Minnesota, and they won't see it because history will always repeat itself, and it is what it is. But nobody in the West wants to play James Harden and Kawhi Leonard if Kawhi's healthy. When Kawhi's healthy, which is 10% of the time, he is a top 5 player, and he is I know we all hate him, but he's a bad motherfucker when he's healthy. That motherfucker can hoop. He's the best defender when he's healthy. And him and James Harden and the role players, and Ty Lue is a coaching son of a bitch, came back from 3-1 on Steph Curry and them boys. If by the grace of God, the NBA gods bless Kawhi Leonard, which they won't, I just have to go off of credit report. If they bless him with health, I could see them coming out the West. But again, that if he's healthy is the size of Texas. At some point, it'd be like, oh man, his knee messed up again. He's going down. James Harden is alone. But if for some reason he's healthy, no, I don't want to say to come out of West, but I promise you, nobody wants to play them. Nobody wants to play a healthy Clippers team.
I can almost promise that he won't be healthy, though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
That's why it's no reason spending time on.
How many? What do we got? 3 weeks left here before the playoffs finally start in the longest season ever.
It's taking forever.
Get ready to see the worst the NBA has to offer here in the last stretch drive.
Oh, nobody gives a shit.
Tanking was going to be unbelievable. The tank job we're about to see. But I don't know how you feel about tanking. We haven't talked about it in a while.
It's been a minute.
As long as the NBA has a horseshit lottery to determine its draft order, which is insane, I don't have any problem with tanking. They're going to pull ping pong balls out of a bucket. Fuck that. I'm going to tank. And I know, and ironically, they instituted the lottery in order to help prevent tanking. Tough shit.
And it ain't working.
A dumb way to do your draft order. It's been a dumb way. It continues to be a dumb way. What the league needs to do, you want to crack down on tanking? Start punishing the bottom 5, these fucking slugs at the bottom of the NBA every year.
I heard someone steal your take.
Punish them.
Someone stole your take on that yesterday.
Relegate them?
And I was like, Mike said that 6 years ago.
Fine. Oh, really? A national guy? Yeah. They need to start fining the bottom 5 teams every year. Like tariff, put a Donald Trump tariff on the fucking bottom 5 Charge them more to be in the NBA. You are a slug.
Or you know what I do?
Organizations that don't give a shit and don't ever try to give a shit.
You don't get your revenue share.
Correct.
Let's not give them their revenue share.
Bottom five,
no revenue share.
I love that, dude.
No revenue. Like I'm not going to allow you to eat off of my, the luxury tax for your Golden State or Lakers. Yeah. It's so huge. All the rest of these teams get this, this trickle down.
Yeah.
Like screw you, dude. You're trying to lose. Now that would include us for the last 2-3 years before we got Wemby, but it is what it is. I don't care. Yeah.
I don't care.
No revenue sharing.
The head pasha of the NBA is Adam Silver. And I liked him the first 5 years or so, but we've been good 10 years now.
You falling out of love with Adam Silver?
He's just
is he too much
fallen out of love?
Is he too much of a player's commissioner?
Yes. I bet David Stern kiboshes the Luka deal.
Oh, David Stern is in his grave rolling over for some of the shit that Adam Silver
absolutely
like Stern. I'm not gonna say he's like he was a bit of an asshole. And I'm not saying that Silver was wrong in this. I didn't have a problem with it, but Stern wouldn't have went for all of the stuff that went on in the bubble with injustice and the courts and the jerseys. Stern was a company man. He didn't want to offend either side.
Well, but I think David Stern was a tougher man. Now, I don't think David Stern would not get bullied by the Chinese government the way Adam Silver
wouldn't get bullied by the players either.
I like Adam, but I mean, he's been the commissioner now 10 years or whatever, maybe more. You're not going to be 10 years in a job, and I'm not going to disagree with some stuff.
We're supposed to.
I'm not ready to run him off, but boy, it's been a long year, and I'm a Spurs fan, and I'm bitter because Pop got sick, and then Wemby went down, and the Spurs have totally sucked, and I'm totally out on Devin Vassell and could take or leave Keldon Johnson, whatever. But it's just been a goofy year with the Luka trade and all the guys that have been hurt and the ratings. I mean, every time we talk NBA, it's something dumb or negative. And now we got LeBron beefing with media members and shit.
And it's going, and they won't stop. It continued through today. They're still beefing.
Oh no, they're going back and forth. And Screaming A. Smith's loving it.
And the thing about it, Stephen A., it's clear what he said has gotten to LeBron because LeBron
Clear.
doesn't respond to anybody.
He went full scorched earth yesterday.
Yeah, he dropped a meme on him.
Posted about him today.
Yeah, he's like,
You're
oh, look
40
at this.
years
Yeah.
old, man. Grow the fuck up. I like LeBron. You know, I think
I
he's
know
the
you
best
do.
basketball player. But I've never loved him. He won't let me love him because far too often he's got this immature, thin skin side to him that drives me away as like a super fan. Like those LeBron fan slurpers you talk about, I ain't one of them. I think he's the GOAT. I like him a lot, but I damn sure ain't one of those LeBron apologists because of bullshit like this. Fuck Stephen A. Smith. You gotta get in his face and I challenge him. Spend a whole hour burning the guy
on the show
on his
that
own
comes
network.
on after First Take.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, that's probably a good segue into punching.
Let's punch some
Let's
people.
do some punching presented by the law office of Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer. I want to punch Georgia football player Nitro Tuggle.
That's Rudy,
a good
just
name. Guess by one name. Guess his name and where he went to school. What did he do? Nitro Tuggle from Georgia.
What did Georgia players always get in trouble for doing 3 years running now, every offseason?
Nitro?
Thank God somebody didn't get killed this time like before. This kid, Nitro Tuggle, got pulled over outside of Athens, Georgia, going $1.07.
A Hellcat.
In a car, 107 miles an hour on the freeway. 42 miles over the speed limit on Loop 10 around the city of Athens in a 2021 Dodge Charger.
Told you, I knew it was a Hellcat.
Well, that's a lot of the guys on that team got Hellcats.
Yeah.
With his girlfriend on the passenger side. The arrest report indicated there were other motorists on the highway and that when the cop pulled Tuggle over, rather than get off to the shoulder, he just stopped in the right-hand lane. Caused a massive traffic. Cop's like, dude, get over. And he gets out of the car like, what? Get the fucking car. Oh, he pulls over in the lane.
And
like a dumbass.
Yeah, he is a dumbass for that, Mike.
He should have his license revoked.
And number
they
two,
had a kid get killed doing this shit on that team last year. It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
They've
you stole my point.
5 of
like
these.
They had a dude die.
This is bullshit. Your
racing.
teammate got killed last year, and this asshole's doing it again. If I'm Kirby, I kick him off the team. You're Georgia. You got plenty of good wide receivers. His ass. No, he's gone. That's some bullshit. Now that right there, I don't need to wait for the dust to settle. I know this kid did it. Bye. You got to go. Especially with their track record of these assholes speeding the way they do. It's a Georgia Bulldogs thing. Like we've had 5 of these kids get pulled over for going over 100 on a regular highway. Not even out in the country. He's in the fucking city on the loop around Athens.
And then stops in the middle of traffic.
And don't even have the goddamn common sense to pull over to the shoulder. He just stops in the right-hand lane. Damn near the cop could have been killed because cars could have slammed on their brakes and hit the cop car. What a jackass. Punch him. Who you punch? Nitro. By the way, I looked this up. I thought that was a nickname. That's what his mama named him.
Nitro?
Yeah. And you wonder why he's a D-bag. God almighty. I'm sorry. Go
ahead. Fresh out of wide receiver university, LSU. I'm punching Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Dude had 109 catches last year as a rookie, 1,200 yards, 7 tutties, 11 yards per catch. After the Giants wide receiver, after the Giants signed Russell Wilson, Neighbors thought it'd be smart to tweet, man, what the fuck did I do to deserve this shit?
Oopsies.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, Malik. If you caught 109 passes with Daniel Jones, you'll be fine with Russell and Jameis Winston. Okay? Like, and not only that, man, like, it's something about learning to be a pro.
Does he not want to be on the team?
Yeah, like, you got to be, like, there's something you got to be a pro, man. Like, you don't get to have one good season.
That's a legit.
And talk shit about a Super Bowl.
Tweet?
Yeah, and get to talk shit about a Super Bowl champion. Look, I'm not telling you that Russell Wilson is Patrick Mahomes, but what I'm saying is put your phone away sometimes, man, because guess what? You got to go and look at him, and you got to go and look at Jameis Winston in their eyes in training camp and say it to their face. If you don't, you're a pizza. Just shut the hell up and let it play out sometimes, man. I'm not saying that you can't feel that way, but you got to grow up and be a pro, man. Sometimes, like, these dudes, I don't know who their OGs are. Like, when Odell was acting an ass, yeah, I'm sure him and Odell are tight. This is wide receiver you.
Yep.
This is 4 or 5 seasons in. He's tired of Eli Manning. Eli's old. It's time, you know what I mean? Whatever. You don't get to talk shit about Russell Wilson after your rookie season, bro. And you had Daniel Jones. And they had the other quarterback that came in after they benched Daniel Jones, but you get my drift. Like, you caught 109 balls with nobodies. Don't shit on Russell Wilson like that. He's coming off a good season with the Steelers. He's a Super Bowl champion. Keep that shit to yourself sometimes. Grow up. Punch Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, what a jackass.
Grow up, bro.
That Giants organization is dog shit.
It is dog
It's
shit.
dog. The GM, the head coach are terrible. They don't know what they're doing.
Agreed.
They suck.
Agreed.
Punch the Giants organization too. Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know what Russ thinks he's doing. And it's gonna be like seeing Willie Mays in a Mets jersey at the end of his career with Russell Wilson.
Would
running
you have
around
chose
with a
Cleveland?
giant. If I were Russ, no, God no.
So you would have
He was-
stayed with Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Because
I
they
would've-
offered him
yeah,
a deal.
I know. I would have. I don't know why he decided to leave the Steelers. That's weird to me. I'm waiting on that to come out. Maybe it's because they demanded professionalism in Pittsburgh.
Mm.
Maybe it's because they don't have time for bullshit. And Russ is a guy that when he came into the league with Seattle, he was Captain America. I mean, he was boy wonder. I mean, he was the savior. Did everything right.
They
He
loved
loved
him so
Jesus.
much. They loved him so much, they allowed him to throw the ball on the 1 yard line while he has
Well,
Beast Mode
They did
Beast
do
Mode
that.
Lynch behind him.
They
That's how
did
much
do that.
because they wanted him to win Super Bowl
point
MVP
being,
because
dude,
he's the face of the franchise.
Point being, he went from like, oh shucks, happy to be here, just want to be and he was a great quarterback. He turned into a colossal D-bag.
Can I
And
tell
that's why they couldn't
Yeah.
get ready to get rid of him in Denver. And then 1 year in Pittsburgh, he's like, I'm out of here. Probably because they asked you to be a fucking pro.
well that and I hope my wife's not listening because she loves them as a couple. Russ is soft.
You gonna throw the wife under the bus now?
He chose New York because of Sierra.
You think so?
Shit, yes.
Okay.
It's better. Like, look, man, I'm married too, and I fall into the category of wanting my wife to be happy too, and getting her opinion on life-changing events. You think Sierra wants to be in Pittsburgh, Cleveland, or New York?
How come does Russ' opinion not matter at all?
No,
No.
Only she gets to be happy.
only
Okay.
because Russ is soft as Charmin.
Well, she can enjoy sitting there in the stands next year when they're 2-11 and they're booing the shit out of him.
But she can go work on Broadway and she can work on her album.
Does she still
And she
make
can have a-
music?
Her music will probably get better with you moving to New York, and I'll be around more
Oh,
producers,
God.
and I can do this and
Oh,
I can
God.
do that. Why
See-
not? Russ is soft like that.
Russ married a road lizard. That's the problem. He's married a road lizard.
He's just, Sierra's not a road
Rudy,
lizard.
she's got a baby with Future. We
Yeah,
just
I know.
talked about this.
I
This
know,
professional
but that's
road
only
livers,
one. That's only one. It's
these
not like
professional
7.
road lizards
It's not Kim.
that make a living on bootying down with celebrities. That's their frick. They think that that's what they were put on the earth to do.
I'm guessing he said, "Hey, baby, let's pray about it." And you tell me
Okay.
you tell me your. And Sierra chose New York, and
God
Russ wants to
told
keep his wife
you
happy.
to tell me we're going to New York.
Yes. Sorry, that's what happened.
That's a great punch on Neighbors. Thank you to Orlando Kill, the official family lawyer of In the Building. We've talked about domestic violence and bad wives and family situations today quite a bit. Orlando, now he will defend anybody or offend for anybody, but Kill really takes a shine to helping dads. A lot of dads get completely effed over in a divorce sitch, especially in the state of Texas. This state will allow a woman to fudge up a man. I don't know what it is about this state, but if we had to rank
You
them,
would think
1
it would
through
be
50,
opposite.
Yeah, I don't know. Women can screw the dude pretty easily in Texas. And Orlando Kill is there. If you are a man going through a hard time, or you may feel like maybe you're on the brink, file this away, because unfortunately 50% of you married dudes right now watching this are going to get divorced. The stats are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that name in mind. Orlando Kill's our guy. 210-775 $49.95. You can email him directly at orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. orlandokilllaw@gmail.com.
Hip.
How can Russ be pizza whipped? I refuse to believe it's that
Shit.
bad.
And he bought her masters for her.
Sheesh. He helped her get a master's degree?
No,
What do you mean?
to
you
her
talking
music.
about?
To her music.
Oh,
bought
the master cuts.
He paid him.
Why are you laughing at me? I'm an educated motherfucker. I don't talk about it. I don't talk like that.
That's a
I
tough
thought he
one.
meant the master's degree.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one right there.
Yo, that's a great way to get out of here. On
We
that,
got two more live
we
spots.
do.
What you
Well,
talking
who's
about?
two live spots?
Dude, this is what you wanted. You wanted to be successful. This is what it looks like.
I
A
like-
longer
Hey,
show.
I do like themselves.
Okay. And then Venmos.
And the Venmos, and the cash apps, and their cash on the table.
Show presented in part by Slackers, the official
shit.
sport bar.
Thank you, Isaac.
My guys at Slackers, the official sports bar. Talked to Frank yesterday. He's
Y'all did.
excited. I'm going to be going out and doing I'm going to introduce a couple of bands we got coming up. Concert series every Friday night at the Med Center location on
Yep.
Fredericksburg Road. We'll have a different local band highlighting San Antonio musicians, which is a very cool bit. It is Friday Night Lights at the Med Center location, the official sports bar of In the Building. Slackers, 5 locations in all. I'll let y'all know the
Who is
nights I'll
that?
be out there introducing bands.
Yeah. Who's that? That's a Big Bang Band?
I can't see it from where I'm sitting. I
Yeah,
need
that's
my
big.
Yes, it
readers.
That's Big Baller Brand? No, Big Bang
Big Bang.
Band.
Yeah, Big Bang Band. Yeah.
So check them out Friday. That looks like a cool
Absolutely.
little setup.
It's like an
Absolutely.
80s show, apparently.
Isaac
Hey,
the
sir,
third
watch your
in
mouth.
the building. Punched me for the Brahmas comment yesterday. Was all in fun. Didn't mean to trigger Mike. Love the show. And Ciara is no road lizard. Well, she's got a baby with a gangster rapper, and she's married to a football player. She ain't normal. That's
She also dated Bow Wow and 50 Cent.
now okay. Now let me stop right there and maybe I misspoke a tad. She has released music that is sold in this country. She
Yes.
just seen some random piece of ass.
No. She's talented.
All right. Am I allowed to walk that back?
Yeah. Well, no, you
All
can't.
right, I wanna
Isaac,
do-
you don't have to apologize for any comment when you're giving us money.
Thank you, Isaac.
You
You're
say
good
what
to
you
go.
want.
Love
you
you
drop
hard.
$20, you
Thank you
say
very much.
Jose's an asshole, and we take your $20.
You know. All right. So we got radio. We got to go get ready for this radio show.
Do we?
Yeah, we do. All right. Again, a big thumbs up and a thank you to our latest sponsor,
Yeah, one more
big
again for these
supporter,
fellas.
Lone Star Nano Services. Are you a homeowner? Are you looking to extend the life of your current roof? Is your roof an asphalt shingled roof? Well, let my boys at Lone Star Nano come out and give you a free inspection. And these are Thunderdomers. These are subscribers to Thunder to In the Building. They ain't gonna lie to you. They're not gonna send one of their guys up there. Oh, you need to get the treatment if you don't need to get the treatment. Here's the problem. But your roof probably does anyway, because most roofs at some point when you go through the Texas weather, I'm talking about not just storm season, the whole year. 118 degrees, 22 degrees, storm season. We got the volatile ass Texas weather. 9 times out of 10, your roof needs some treatment. But you don't have to replace the whole thing. Have it treated with Nano. Go Nano. They can put 10 to 15 additional years on the life of your current roof. Let my boys at Lone Star Nano Services come out and take a look. It's 210-363-4356. Go to their website, look at their demonstrations. It's a miracle product to preserve the life of your current roof. NanoSVCS.com. NanoSVCS.com.
And I also think we got to link him and Jay up, because with Jay moving houses,
Oh, for sure.
you could put 10, 15 years on one of Jay's homes
Yeah,
that
ain't no
you're
doubt
trying to
about that.
move,
Mhm.
and it could save the homeowner that's trying to sell that home
Yeah.
a little bit of money. I think, Nano and J-Lo need to hook up and make some things happen, do
Let's
some
do it.
business together.
I like it. Nano
Yeah.
and J-Ro. All right. I got to go home, take
Me
a
too.
dump, get a refill of coffee, and then drive my butt to the radio station.
What a day.
KLMO Lopez Broadcasting. Rudy and I have another hour of In the Building radio edition.
It'll be on the
coming up.
members.
It'll be on the members. So you members, you'll member. Watch us. If you're not a member, become one. Go to Love You Hard TV on YouTube. Click join. It's only $6. You see all of our exclusive members only stuff, and the radio show gets posted to the members only as well. Love y'all hard. See y'all on In the Building mañana. Back to 10 o'clock,
Yes.
10 a.m. tomorrow, but tonight at 6, it's In the Building radio. See y'all then.
Live from the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.